David from Omaha, Nebraska says, "Hey Dutch, do you have a story of Jim Cornette's worst meltdown in Smoky Mountain Wrestling? For whatever reason, wrestlers not showing up, something was wrong with the venue, anything. I would just assume to keep that promotion afloat must have been very stressful on him."
Oh, man. Stressful on him. It was stressful on me. We would go up. I lived in Nashville for years and years and years. I would go up from Nashville to Knoxville or that way. And then he would have I swear to God, some mountain inlet up there in those hills that they had to pipe sunlight to. It was so far back in those hills, you would go this way and then you would go that way. And then sometimes those curves were so deep, you would meet yourself going around the next turn. It was going up a mountain and it was like, you can only go like 20, 30 miles an hour. And it was way back in those hills. I don't even know how the TV signal got back in there. But I remember one day we went up there and hell, you'd have to leave like 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, you didn't leave that early, but they were long, long trips. So we got up there one day and Jim always looked like in a perpetual state of killing himself. He was stressed out and you could see him sweating. And one day I walked backstage, which was in a high school gym. I walked out in the hallway and down a little, corridor. Jim had the guy that pulls the cables for the camera. He had him by the throat and had him jacked up on a wall and saying, "I'll kill you, you SOB." And I went, Jimmy, please calm down. And the guy was scared too, because, Jimmy is not that big, but he looks like he means what he says. So if somebody grabbed me and said, "I'm going to kill you," I'm going to have to take him at his word. I mean, that's getting pretty serious. And I don't know what it was about, but all he did was pull the cord. So whatever he did, apparently had something to do with cord pulling, I would assume, but still not in the realm of what Jimmy would attempt to kill him for. I mean, you pull a cord from here to the cameraman stops, then you stop pulling. But he was upset, and to be truthful, he was probably upset about a lot of other stuff, and it just came to a head when he got to that guy pulling the cord.
Did he ever get upset with you?
He didn't kill him. Say what now?
Did he ever get upset with you?
No, never. Because Jimmy, I was the first guy he managed. Jimmy, I knew Jimmy. I knew his mother. When he would come to Louisville, Kentucky, the convention center, I think that was the name of it, and he would go in the back and he would take pictures. He became the go-to photographer for guys getting their pictures made that we would take from him, and we would sell at the gimmick tables, because we could sell our gimmicks, which was actually sometimes our gimmicks, our pictures actually added up to more than what we were making wrestling. So he respected me and he wanted to get in the business, and Jerry Jarrett finally gave him a job of managing. And I didn't know this at the time, but Jimmy was a huge, huge fan, not only of Memphis wrestling, but of all wrestling. So, and he was a friend, and I'd known him a long time. Jerry Jarrett finally gave him a job, and he managed me first as a guy. I forgot who he managed first as a woman. She's passed away now.
It was Sherry Martell.
Sherry Martell. But in retrospect, I never treated Jimmy badly. I never hollered at him. I never screamed at him. I never treated him like he was like what we call a mark. I was always very nice to him. because I always treated people the way they treated me. Jimmy and his mother always treated me well. And so I just, in retrospect, I just did the same to him. So, and he may have gotten a little upset with me at times because I did commentary, but I don't think so. And I don't think to the point that he would come to me and yell and scream at me. I don't think he would do that. If something bothered him, he would come to me and talk to me about it, and then we would straighten it out. I mean, he owned the company, him and the guy that, whatever his name was, they owned the company. So he was basically my boss, but no, he never screamed at me. He never got upset with me.